Thank you for purchasing Fadimkin Skywolok's Galactic Encyclopedia 256th edition. The penalties for possession of an unlicensed copy of the Galactic Encyclopedia are fines, imprisonment, and genital extraction. Previously on Get Sirius, Captain Matt Matthews was sent back 7 years in time to stop the first meeting of humans and the Quam that initiated an interstellar war. Earth Central knew almost nothing of the Quam, which many have thought strange since the humans of the Sol system had been at war with them for 7 years. Those who had the misfortune to encounter the Quam believed that they were snobbish, elitist, xenophobes who held themselves superior to everyone else. This was, in fact, completely wrong. The average Quam was a sensitive, humble, self-effacing, peaceful being who thought everyone else was better than him. This included the Pandoranians, foul-smelling, evil-minded, criminally stupid, semi-sentient creatures composed chiefly of slime that lived on the ocean surface of Pandora 2. The Pandoranians dreamed their slimy dreams of galactic conquest. Their greatest thinkers spent entire lifetimes formulating campaigns so complex that it took the combined efforts of the Skolos system, 8 computer planets, to estimate the chances of success. After 7,600 generations, the Pandoranians had finally got it right. It took the Skolos computers another 1,000 generations of computations to confirm that the plan of Sklimos the dark green with yellow spots of Salmonella IV had a 99.998% chance of success. The citizens of Pandora 2 excreted with joy. Celebrations went on for months as the Pandoranians perceived that the realization of their ancient dream was at hand. During the celebrations, large mobs of slime youth roamed the ocean. As with any mob, there were appalling casualties. The body count was higher than the aftermath of the 2036 Brazil-France soccer match, although they consumed a lot less beer. Sklimos the dark green with yellow spots of Salmonella IV was among the dead. It was a planetary tragedy, and there followed a year of mourning topped off with a life-size statue made of their fallen hero from seaweed mold. After the celebrations, mourning, statue building, clean-up, a short rest, and a meal of brine shrimp, the Pandoranians turned their thoughts toward galactic domination. Sklimos had worked out every detail except one. He had not taken into account that his people were only lumps of semi-sentient slime, and had no way to carry out the plan without the use of such simple things as technology or limbs. They needed to develop into a life form that could do more than float, eat brine shrimp, and excrete, or ally themselves with a species that had already reached this point in their evolution. The two choices divided the population, and a civil war broke out that has lasted 20,000 years without a sign of ending. Although the Quam had limbs and technology, it is a significant indication of their racial insecurity that they believe themselves to be inferior to the Pandoranians. Just below their single eye, that seemed to be asking, "What are you looking at?" which was the standard Quam greeting. The Quam did not have a nose, which was just as well, because the odor the creature cast off was so unbearable to those species that did possess the olfactory sense that their sinus cavities collapsed in self-defense. It has become a galactic standard that should you meet someone who sounds like they have stuffed a Terrellium fluff cat up their nose to ask them if they've met Quam. Behind their teeth was the Quam's pride, a 50-centimeter prehensile tongue. More than a few species have thought this was proof the universe had a sense of humor. The Quam believed it was further proof that the universe hated them. It is not surprising first contact with the humans of Sol 3 went so disastrously wrong. The Quam were quick to offend. They met the offender more than halfway, and the humans had the atrocious habit of blurting out whatever was on their minds at the time.
You're fat.
This was a recipe for catastrophe. The initial meeting of the humans and the Quam was a classic example of what not to do in a first contact situation.
Captain, sensors have detected an unknown alien vessel.
Transmit standard greeting and lexicon.